Exam dost, success ka host, Sainik Navodaya mein topmost.
Now moving on to the next concept, when the interest is compounded annually but the time is given in fraction. Again, another challenging point here. Interest is okay, normal compounded annually, but time given in fraction. For example, the time is 2 whole 3 upon 5 years. So in such case, you have to form two equations or two terms. In the first term, the time period will taken as 2, and the second term, the rate of interest will be multiplied by 3/5. तो ऐसे केस में जहाँ पर हमें इंटरेस्ट तो कंपाउंडेड एनुअली हो रहा है लेकिन टाइम फ्रैक्शन में दिया है, तो वैसे केस में जो फॉर्मूला होगा वो अमाउंट इज इक्वल टू प्रिंसिपल मल्टीप्लाइड बाय इनकी दो इक्वेशन बनेगी. क्योंकि टाइम मिक्स फ्रैक्शन में दे दिया तो पहले इक्वेशन में तो आप टाइम 2 ले लीजिए, 1 प्लस आर अपॉन 100 मतलब 100 प्लस आर अपॉन 100, ये 2 ईयर ले लिया, 2 होल 3/5 का ये 2 ले लिया पहले इक्वेशन में, और सेकेंड इक्वेशन में जो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट है उसको हमने मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया 3/5. ये जो फ्रैक्शनल जो टाइम था हमारा इसके साथ हमने मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया 3/5 को रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट के साथ. दिस विल बी क्लियर बेटर व्हेन वी सॉल्व अ क्वेश्चन. इस पर जब एक क्वेश्चन देखेंगे तो ये थोड़ा बेटर हमें समझ में आएगा. फाइंड द कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट ऑन ₹31,250 at 8% per annum for 2 whole 3 upon 4 years. So the question is asking to find CI. Principal is given as 31,250. Rate of interest is given as 8%, and time period it is in mixed fraction, it is 2 whole 3 upon 4. तो यहाँ पर हमें दो इक्वेशन बनाने पड़ेंगे. Let us find out final amount equals principal multiplied by 100 plus rate of interest r upon 100, and here we will take the time period which is the whole time period 2, so I'll write down 2 here, multiplied by 100 plus rate of interest is 8, and the mixed fraction, the fractional time period is 3/4, so multiply 3/4 with rate of interest 8, or let me write down in the numerical terms first or the literal term first, then we will write it down in the form of numbers. This will be fractional time period 3/4, it will be multiplied by rate of interest r upon 100. Now let us write them down in terms of numerical values. Principal is 31,250 multiplied by 100 plus 8 upon 100 to the power of 2 multiplied by, this will be 100 plus 3 upon 4 multiplied by 8 upon 100 to the power of 1 or no power at all. Now we have to solve the second part. Actually the second part let's solve. This part I'll solve for your understanding. plus 3 upon 4 multiplied by 8 upon 100. Let's look at the numerator, this part. Three by 4 multiplied by 8. 4 and 8 let's divide. 4 ones are 4 twos are 3 into 2, this is 6. So it becomes 100 plus 6 upon 100. 100 plus 6 will be 106 upon 100. 100 upon 6, 106 upon 100, simplify by 2, it becomes 53 upon 50. So this is my final value of 100 plus 3 upon 4 into 8 upon 100. It comes to 53 upon 50. Now solving the fractional year part, we got 53 upon 50. Now let us solve the first part. 100 plus 8 upon 100, this becomes 100 plus 8 upon 100, and this is whole square. This is 108 upon 100 whole square. Now we can simplify 100. Remember, bracket के अंदर जो value you can always simplify if it is possible. Simplify. Let's simplify by 4. It is 27. It is 25. So this is 27 upon 25 whole square. So now I have 31,250 multiplied by 27 upon 25 multiplied by 27 upon 25. So the square I have opened 2 times, I have written it, and upon 53 upon 50. Now comes the simplification part. Now let us move on to the simplification part. 25 into 25 is 625, and 625 multiplied by 50, that is 31,250. So these three denominators, 25, 25 and 50, they all will be cancelled by the numerator 31250. तो ये सभी values cancel हो जाएंगे, because 25, 25, 625, 625 into 50, 31250 ये आ जाता है. तो denominator cancel हो गए. Now we have 27 into 27 into 53. 27 into 27 is 729. It's a square of 27 multiplied by 53. This multiplication, 3 9s are 27, so this is 7, and then this is 3 6, and this is 38. So I get 38,637. So our final amount is 38,637. Our principal amount was 31,250. To find out the compound interest, let us subtract both of them. So it will be 7, and this is 8, this is 3, and then this is 7. So our compound interest is 7,387. So again, one small message this question is giving us, that compound interest questions are always calculation intensive. So always be very, very careful and always keep such sums for the end. Questions will be easy, but the calculation will take a lot of time. So be very careful while doing the question. Says the simple interest on a sum of money for 3 years at 12% per annum is rupees 6,750. What will be the compound interest on the same sum at the same rate for the same period? So if you want to find out the compound interest on the same sum at the same rate for the same period, we have to first find out the principal amount, and that principal amount can be calculated from the simple interest question. So they have given the simple interest, time period and rate of interest. We can find out the principal, which is SI multiplied by 100 upon rate multiplied by time. Simple interest they have given as 6,750 multiplied by 100 upon rate of interest is 12 into time period is 3. Let us simplify this. We can cancel 12 and 100 by 4. That's 4 3s are, that's 4 25s are, or let us not cancel 100, because the multiplication by 100 is always simple. Let us see if we can cancel 3 and 6,750. ones are, this is 2, this is 2, this is 5, and this is 0. Let's cancel 2250 and 12 by 3. That's 3 4s are, that's 3 7s are, 3 5s are. Let's divide 750 and 4. That's 4 1s are, 4 8s are, 4 7s are, and 4 5s are. So I get the decimal point here, that's 187.5, and multiply 187.5 by 100, I get 18750. So this is my principal. Now on this principal I have to find out the compound interest for 3 years at 12%. So for that, let's find out the amount. Amount is equal to principal 18750 multiplied by 100 plus 12 upon 100 to the power of 3. Now simplifying this, 18,750 multiplied by 100 plus 12 is 112 upon 100 to the power of 3. Now we can simplify 112 upon 100 by 4. It becomes 28 upon 25. So that's 18,750 multiplied by 28 upon 25 cube, which becomes 18,750 multiplied by 28 upon 25 multiplied by 28 upon 25 multiplied by 28 upon 25. So let us simplify 18,750 by 25 into 25 into 25. This is 25 cube, which will give us 15,625. Let us simplify it one by one. It's 25 and this is 25. 7s are 175, 12 carry, 5s are 125, this is 0, this is 30. So I have 30 multiplied by 28 multiplied by 28 multiplied by 28 and upon 25. Cancel by 5, this is 5 and then this is 6. Now we multiply 6 into 28 into 28 into 28. So this will be 28 multiplied by 28 multiplied by 28 is 25 cube. 28 cube. 25 cube is 15625. 26 cube is 17576. 27 cube is 193. So now this is 6 multiplied by 28 cube, which is 21952 upon 5. So 6 multiplied by, and multiplying 6 with 21,952, that will be a pretty easy multiplication. That is 2 and then 1 and then 7, then 1 and then 13 upon 5. Dividing this by 5, I get 26,342.40. So our final amount in case of compound interest is 26,342.40. So this gives me 26,342.40. But this is our amount. We have to find out the compound interest. So the compound interest will be amount 26,342.40 minus the principal which is 18,750. That will give us 40. $7,592.40. This is our compound interest. So again, I told you that such questions are slightly calculation intensive, so be very careful when you are doing the multiplication. In the previous session I also told you it will be very helpful if you learn or by heart the cubes at least till 30. If you do it till 50, nothing like it, but at least till 30, because they are the repetitive ones which if you learn will help you save a lot of time in the examination. Otherwise फिर multiply करना पड़ेगा, it will be time taking and confusing also. The population of a town 2 years ago was 62,500. Due to migration to cities, it decreases every year at the rate of 4% per annum. Find its present population. The question says 2 years ago the population was 62,500 and thereafter it decreases by at the rate of 4% per annum. So for finding the present population, what we will do, let us take the population 2 years ago, which is 62,500, and decrease the population by 4%. For 2 years means we have to do this exercise 2 times. So decreasing of 4%, multiply this by 100 minus 4 upon 100. This is how we decrease it by 4% for the first year, and for the second year again multiply by 100 minus decrease is 4, so 100 minus 4 upon 100. This is how we decrease the population by 4%. Let's solve this further. 62,500 multiplied by 100 minus 4 is 96 upon 100 multiplied by 96 upon 100. Now 96 and 100, they both can be cancelled by 4. If you simplify them by 4, 96 divided by 4 is 24, 100 divided by 4 is 25, so this becomes 25, numerator becomes 24. Similarly, this 96 will become 24, denominator will become 25. I'll write down 4 here so that for your reference you understand that we are simplifying the terms by 4. Now I have 62,500 multiplied by 24 upon 25 multiplied by 24 upon 25. Now look at the denominator. Denominator is 25 into 25. 25 into 25 is square of 25, which is 625. So these two values of 25 and 25, which is actually 625, it will cancel this numerator 625, and here I'll be left with 100. 625 will give me 1 and then 2 zeros. Our final value will be 100 multiplied by 24 multiplied by 24. 24 into 24 is 24 square, it is 576, multiplied by 100 it is 57600. So after the 2 years, or after a decrease of 4% for 2 years per annum, the population of the town will be 57,600. Question says a motorcycle is bought at rupees 1,60,000. Its value depreciates at the rate of 10% per annum. Find its value after 1 year, 2 years. Depreciates means its value is decreasing at 10%. Right now, if the present value is 1,60,000, then after 1 year its value will be decreased by 10%. Decrease it by 10%, multiply by 100 minus 10 upon 100. 100 minus 10, this will be 90. So 1,60,000 multiplied by 90 upon 100. Cancel the 0 and 0, 0 and 0. 16 into 9, 16 9s are 144. Thereafter place 1, 2 and 3 zeros. Answer is 1,44,000. So after 1 year its value will be 1,44,000. The question is asking its value after 2 years. So for 2 years decrease it by 10% 2 times. 1,60,000. 10% decrease, multiply by 90 upon 10, sorry, 90 upon 100, 90 upon 100. For 2 years we are doing this decrease 2 times. Cancel the 0 and 0, 0 and 0, 0 and these two 0 will be cancelled by these two. 9 into 9 is 81. I'll have 1,600 multiply by 9 multiplied by 9. This multiplication will give us the final answer. So 9 into 9 is 81. Let's multiply 16 and 81. After that we just need to place the zeros. 16 and 81. This will give us 6, 9, 2, 1. Answer it will give us 1296, and then after that place 2 zeros. That is a value after 2 years, or rather that is the depreciated value after 2 years. 1,29,600. Let us discuss the concept of interest compounded half yearly once again. Suppose the principal is P, and here we are looking at the formula approach. Principal is P, rate is R% per annum, time is n years. And if the interest is compounded half yearly, then the rate will become divided by 2 per half year. Time will be 2.5 years, and the amount will be given by the formula principal multiplied by 1 plus R upon 2 into 100 whole to the power of 2n, and compound interest by the formula amount minus principal. So we have actually solved the questions on this, but just to give you a formula based approach, let us see some problems to understand this better. Find the compound interest on rupees 15,625 for 1 whole 1 upon 2 years at 8% per annum when compounded half yearly. To find out the compound interest, let's find out the final amount, which is principal multiplied by 100 plus R upon 100 to the power of t. Now here they are asking that the interest is compounded half yearly. For half yearly, my rate of interest will be divided by 2. Our rate of interest in the question is 8%, so it will become 8 divided by 2, 4%. Moreover, our time period will be twice. Time period is 1 whole 1 upon 2, which is 3 upon 2. And whatever the time period is in years, multiply by 2, because our time period is 2n. 2 cancel, our time period is 3. Let's place the values. Principal amount is 15,625 multiplied by 100 plus 4 upon 100 to the power of value of t will be taken as 3. तो हमें टाइम पीरियड जो है वो 3 ले लेना है. टाइम पीरियड इन्होंने 1 होल 1 अपॉन 2 मतलब 1 और आधा साल, तो 1.5 साल का 1.5 ईयर का टाइम पीरियड दिया है, और 1.5 ईयर का टाइम पीरियड दिया है. और अगर इंटरेस्ट हमारा हाफ ईयरली कंपाउंड हो रहा है, मतलब एवरी 6 मंथ्स का हमारा एक पीरियड है, तो 1 होल 1 अपॉन 2 मतलब 1.5 साल में हमारा जो टाइम पीरियड हो जाएगा वो 3 टाइम पीरियड के बराबर हो जाएगा. तो 3 टाइम इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेशन करना है. बेसिकली टाइम पीरियड का मतलब हाउ मेनी टाइम्स द इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेशन इज डन, और हाउ मेनी टाइम्स द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट से इंक्रीज की जाएगी प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट. तो अगर हाफ ईयरली है तो इसका मतलब 1 साल में 2 बार, 1.5 साल में 3 बार हो गया वो. 6 मंथ्स एंड 6 मंथ्स, सो दैट इज 18 मंथ्स डिवाइडेड बाय 6. I'll get 6 half yearly means 6 months, so I'll get total 3 periods. रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट हमने ऑलरेडी हाफ कर दिया है. दिस इज 15,625 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 100 प्लस 4 इज 104 अपॉन 100 to the power of 3. 104 upon 100, you can simplify this by 4. this is 26, this is 25. So now I have 15,625 multiplied by 26 upon 25 cube. So let us write it down 3 times. That's 26 upon 25 multiplied by 26 upon 25 multiplied by 26 upon 25. Now look at the denominator. The denominator is 25 multiplied by 25 multiplied by 25, which is 25 cube, and which is actually 15,625. It is 25 cube. So this term gets cancelled. All the denominators 25, 25 and 25 हम cancel कर देंगे by the principal amount 15,625, and now I'm only left with 26 multiplied by 26 multiplied by 26, which is 26 cube, which is 17576. So this is my final amount, and to find out the compound interest, subtract the principal value from this. Principal value is 15,625, तो दोनों को आप माइनस कर लीजिए, हमें कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट मिल जाएगा. On subtracting, I'll get my compound interest, which is 1591. So 1951 is my compound interest. हाफ ईयरली में अप्रोच बहुत सिंपल रखना है. हाफ ईयरली में जो भी टाइम पीरियड दिया है उसको 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए. ईयर्स में जो भी टाइम पीरियड दिया है उसको 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए और रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट हाफ कर दीजिए. इसी पर एक और कॉन्सेप्ट है क्वार्टरली का, वो भी लेट अस आल्सो गो अहेड एंड सी दैट. क्वेश्चंस आर सिंपल, ये डेफिनेटली कैलकुलेशन इज स्लाइटली आर्म ट्विस्टिंग. क्यूब्स और स्क्वायर्स आपको याद करने पड़ेंगे. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, फाइंड द कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट ऑन रुपीज 1,60,000 for 2 years at 10% per annum when compounded semi-annually. Now semi-annually again means a different term for half yearly. Our rate of interest will be half, so 10% rate of interest will become half or 5%, and our time period will be multiplied by 2. Here time period is 2 years, multiply that by 2, so 2 into 2, our time period will be 4. Let us find out the compound interest. Final amount equals principal, that is 1,60,000 multiplied by 100 plus rate of interest is 5% upon 100 to the power of 4 becomes 1,60,000 multiplied by 100 plus 5, this is 105 upon 100 whole to the power of 4, and 105 upon 100 can be simplified by 5. This becomes 21 upon 20. So we have to take this value 4 times. Let us write it down 4 times. This is 1,60,000 multiplied by 21 upon 20 multiplied by 21 upon 20 multiplied by 21 upon 20 multiplied by 21 upon 20. Now look at the denominator. This is 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 into 2 16, and after 16 place 4 zeros, 1 2 3 4. So this value and my numerator value are same, so basically I can cancel the denominator and the principal amount. This all gets cancelled, and I'm left with 21 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 21. This is 21 square multiplied by 21 square. Let's take it here. 21 multiplied 21 multiplied 21 multiplied 21. So 21 into 21 is 441 multiplied by 21 into 21, again 441. If you multiply these two terms, again I told you that in compound interest the only challenge you will find is the arm twisting calculation. Multiplying these two, I get 1 8 4 4 9 1. So this is 1,94,481. That is the final amount. And for compound interest, let's subtract the principal from this. This is 1,60,000. So I'll get my compound interest on subtracting these two. This is 1, this is 8, this is 4, this is 4, this is 3. Answer is 34,481 is the compound interest. Coming to the next part where the interest is compounded quarterly. Quarterly means every 3 months. Let the principal is rupees P, rate is R%, time is n years. Suppose that if the interest is compounded quarterly, then the rate of interest will be divided by 4% per quarter and the time will be multiplied by 4. Formula will be principal multiplied by 1 plus R upon 4 into 100 to the power of 4n. Compound interest will be given by amount minus principal. However, we are not using this formula to solve the question. हम अपना ही वो formula use कर रहे हैं 100 plus R upon 100, जहाँ पर हम रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट को 4 से डिवाइड कर देंगे. ये डिनोमिनेटर में हमें 4 लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. टाइम पीरियड को हम 4 से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे वो क्वार्टर, क्योंकि एक क्वार्टर मतलब एक साल में 4 पीरियड्स में हमें डिवाइड करना है. सो 3 मंथ का एक पीरियड होता है. तो एक साल में क्वार्टरली मतलब कितने पीरियड हो गए? 3 मंथ के 4 पीरियड हो गए. तो एक साल मतलब 4 टाइम्स. तो जो भी आपको टाइम पीरियड ईयर में दिया हो उसे आप 4 से मल्टीप्लाई कर लीजिए. रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट को 4 से डिवाइड कर लीजिए. नाउ बेस्ड ऑन द concept of compounding quarterly, let us solve a question. Find the compound interest on rupees 1,25,000 for 9 months at 8% per annum compounded quarterly. So whenever the interest is compounded quarterly, the rate of interest will be divided by 4. Here the rate of interest is 8%, divided by 4 it will be 2%. So that is our rate of interest, and the time period in year is divided or multiplied by 4. However, in this question the time period is given in months, which is 9 months. And वैसे तो 9 month का मतलब 3 quarter हो गया, because 1 quarter is 3 month. You can directly use 9 month as 3 quarters. However, if you have any confusion, आप simply क्या कर लीजिए कि 9 month को पहले year में ले आइए और उसके बाद इसे 4 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दीजिए. फॉर वेन एवर द इंटरेस्ट इज कंपाउंडेड क्वार्टरली, टाइम पीरियड मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4 हो जाएगा. पर अगर हमें पीरियड मंथ्स में दिया है तो पहले हमने उसे ईयर में लाया बाय डिवाइडेड बाय 12, देन मल्टीप्लाई बाय 4. दिस इज 4 3 जा, दिस इज 3 1 जा, 3 3 जा. सो अगेन आई गेट द सेम आंसर. माई टाइम पीरियड इज 3. लेट अस सब्स्टिट्यूट द वैल्यू. फाइनल अमाउंट इक्वल्स प्रिंसिपल. प्रिंसिपल इज 1,25,000 multiplied by bracket 100 plus R. Rate of interest will be 2 upon 100 to the power of 3. This is 1,25,000 multiplied by 100 plus 2 is 102 upon 100 to the power of 3. Now what we will do is we will simplify 102 upon 100 by 2. इसको 2 से आप simplify करें, this will be 51. This will be 50, and remember there is a cube, right? So we'll write down this term 3 times. It becomes 1,25,000 multiplied by 51 upon 50 multiplied by 51 upon 50 multiplied by 51 upon 50. Now you see the denominator 50 into 50 into 50. It is 50 cube, which is 5 cube 125, and after that simply place 3 zeros, which will become 1,25,000. So my principal value and this denominator, they gets cancelled. So all this 50 50 and 50, they are cancelled, and I'm only left with 51 multiplied by 51 multiplied by 51, the multiplication of which will give us the final amount. Now 51 multiplied by 51 is 51 square, which is 2601, and multiplying that again by 51, it will give us final amount as 1,32,651. Now to find, this is the final amount. To find out the compound interest, subtract the principal from this. The principal amount is 1,25,000. On subtracting, I get this is 1, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7. So that is my answer. 7,651 is my compound interest, compounded quarterly. Question says the difference between simple interest and compound interest on rupees 1200 for 1 year at 10% per annum reckoned half yearly. क्वेश्चन में ऐसा पूछा है कि डिफरेंस निकालना है सिंपल इंटरेस्ट और कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट में. प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट 1200 है, टाइम पीरियड 1 ईयर है, रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट 10%. जो हमारा कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट निकालना है वो हाफ ईयरली बेसिस पर निकालना है. अच्छा, पहली बात आप ये क्लियर कर लें कि सिंपल इंटरेस्ट हाफ ईयरली बेसिस पर कुछ होता नहीं है. तो सिंपल इंटरेस्ट जो निकालना है वो 1 ईयर का ही निकालना है. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट हमें हाफ ईयरली बेसिस पर निकालना है. सिंपल इंटरेस्ट हाफ ईयरली, अगर सिंपल इंटरेस्ट आपको 1 ईयर का हाफ ईयरली निकालना है तो उसमें कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है. जो 1 ईयर का आएगा हाफ ईयरली मतलब 2 बार आप निकाल दो तो भी 1 ईयर का निकालो या 2 बार हाफ ईयर, सिंपल इंटरेस्ट में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं होगा. तो वहां पर टाइम पीरियड को 2 भी आप ले तो भी वैल्यू सेम आती है. देयर इज नो डिफरेंस एट ऑल इन इट. The difference will be in compound interest, because in compound interest the interest will be added to the principal for the second period. चलिए, तो जो इसको निकालने की मेथड होगी उस पर आप खास ध्यान दीजिए, क्योंकि अगर आपको ये कंफ्यूजन है कि सिंपल इंटरेस्ट हाफ ईयरली कैसे निकालना है तो उसका हाफ ईयरली निकालो टोटल 1 ईयर पीरियड के लिए, या आप सिर्फ 1 ईयर पीरियड के लिए निकालो, वैल्यू आपकी सेम रहने वाली है. लेट अस स्टार्ट दिस क्वेश्चन. लेट अस गो बाय फाइंडिंग द सिंपल इंटरेस्ट फर्स्ट. Simple interest will be given by principal multiplied by rate multiplied by time and upon 100. Principal is 1200 multiplied by rate of interest is 10% multiplied by time period is 1 year upon 100. Cancel the 2 zeros. My SI is 12 into 10. Simple interest I get is 120 rupees. Now let us find out the compound interest. But before we go and start finding the compound interest, remember that the compound interest is calculated half yearly. And for half yearly, my rate of interest will be divided by 2. So 10% will not be 10%. This is 10 upon 2. That is 5% is my effective rate of interest. And also when this compound interest is calculated half yearly, my time period will be multiplied by 2. So 1 year is the time period, multiply that by 2. So my total time period value is 2. Let us now put the value. We can directly calculate the compound interest by subtracting the CI from the formula, या फिर final amount निकाल कर आप निकाल लो. That's whatever way you do, that's completely okay. हम final amount निकाल कर कैलकुलेट करेंगे. फाइनल अमाउंट इज इक्वल टू प्रिंसिपल 1200 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 100 प्लस आर इज 5% अपॉन 100 टू द पावर ऑफ 2. दिस इज 100 प्लस 5, ये हो जाएगा 105. सो दिस इज 1200 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 105 upon 100. Now 105 upon 100 can be simplified by 5. It will become 21 upon 20. Now these kind of simplification terms you by heart it. That 105 upon 100 क्या होगा, 21 upon 20 होगा. 104 upon 100 क्या होगा, 26 upon 24. So this is just by heart. This will help you save your time in the exam. This is 21 and this is 20. Equation becomes 1200 multiplied by 21 upon 20. इट इज़ अ स्क्वायर है तो आप इसको 2 बार मल्टीप्लाई कर लो. मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 21 अपॉन 20. लेट्स कैंसिल द 0 and 0. 0 and 0. दिस इज 2 2s are 4 and 4 3s are 12. This is 21 into 21 is 441 and 441 multiplied by 3. This will give us the final amount. This is 1223. This is my final amount, and from this final amount let's subtract the principal, which is 1200. इसमें से हम principal minus कर दें. I'll get the compound interest value, which is coming to 3, 2 and 123 rupees. So in case of simple interest we are getting 120 rupees. In case of compound interest we are getting 123 rupees. The question is asking their difference. Answer is 3 rupees. Answer is option number B. Seemingly a easy question, but definitely little calculation intensive.